So on Tuesday, Mariko had her roommate Amy joining her to talk about women and why they're great and things like that. This is a really succinct intro as well. So today I have lovely Sarah Reed with me. She's not my roommate, but I like her a lot.
You wish.
So, true. But I'm currently in her res room, so we can pretend or something. Anyways, this is a lady that I like. So we're gonna talk about why we like ladies in general.
Lady lovin'.
I guess this week we're just sort of like celebrating the women in our lives and like being women and sort of like communities of women and things like that. And why womanhood and why we think that's a cool thing and
delightful,
special, yeah, and like just I guess like I also sort of just like recognizing the women in our lives and all the things that they do for us.
What women in your life do you admire? Why?
So I admire lots of women. I admire this girl.
Why do you admire me?
Why do I admire
blush.
Sarah?
Don't talk about it.
No, I admire Sarah because she is someone who is always just trying to make other people happy, and she's also strong and just like really nice, and I like her a lot. I admire a lot of women in my life for a lot of different reasons. I think one of the things I admire most about a lot of the women in my life is like their capacity to care for people.
Mm-hmm.
And just like in a lot of different ways, but I think that's something that actually like really shines through about a lot of the women I know. Maybe that's a women thing, maybe it's not, but
I think that's a stereotypical women thing. That's probably not necessarily.
It's stereotypical, but
there's
truth to it. Like I have in a lot of different ways, a lot of things I admire about the women in my life are they're just capacity to like look for the good in people and also to just like really care about and care for the people in their lives and find ways to show that in different ways. So I really respect that and I think it's really nice.
What sort of communities of womanhood do you belong to?
Interesting. There's a few like I would consider like one of the sort of like communities of womanhood is just to be like sort of our group of friends.
True. What's our group of friends like?
What's our group of friends like? There's probably, I don't know, let me say there's like 6 of us-ish. And we're just all very like caring for each other. There's like a pretty strong current of feminism running through it, except for Robynne, who has no opinions on anything. But otherwise, we're all
probably managed to scrounge up some opinions on feminism.
Potentially. But yeah, I think it's just it's a group of people who all really care for each other, but are all really passionate about also like passionate about the world. And passionate about doing what they can to sort of like make the world like they're very like I think they're people who are very conscious of sort of their effect on people and their effect on like the greater environment that they're in, and they're conscious of their effects on things, and they're also like trying to make the places that they're in better, and I think that they do, and I think that's really nice. But yeah, I think one of the things, and I think Mariko was touching on this, but I think one of the things that's maybe sort of unique about our friends in that way is we're a group of women who's all just like intent on building each other up rather than tearing each other down.
So that we don't, talk about each other behind our backs or
snark. No. But we also, I think, are very like purposeful about trying to build each other up and encourage each other, and I think that that's really, really beautiful, and that's something that I really appreciate about these girls, this girl, and also there are some other ones too that are
I'm a multitude of females right here.
They're pretty okay, we guess. Yeah.
No, I would 100% agree with you, and I mean personally, I grew up in the middle of nowhere. I didn't have like any girlfriends or really any friends at all. Woo! Good childhood. But then, when I met our friend group, I realized that, like, not only was this a group of people who could really share a lot of, experiences that, like, as women, we all go through, as people who identify as women.
Yeah.
But also that, like, caring and kind-hearted in a way that a lot of other friends have never been.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, very reassuring to know that, like, nice people exist.
Nice people exist, true. I think another thing that is really unique is, we're all very different from each other.
True.
We all have different experiences and different backgrounds and different interests. Well, different backgrounds. I think I'm the only person who's not related to ministers, but I'm not shunned for it, so like that's nice. So we're all very different. We all come from different places, but I think we're very non-judgmental, and I think that's something that was very unique about our friends for me, is just knowing that like I could be entirely myself and not have to like hide things about myself, even if they're like things that are different from my friends, which is nice. So I think that's something that I really appreciate about the women in my life.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, because there's something like men are great, love them. They're we know some really nice ones. But there's something special, I think, about a community of women. So this ended up being rather longer than anticipated. So this is the end of part 1, and then you're gonna get some more. What's so funny? Stop.
Part 1.
Part 1.
I'm gonna be here forever.
This is the end of part 1, and we're gonna do a second half tomorrow. Second part tomorrow. This is the end of the first part, and I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you again tomorrow.